Yam Shaiva Samupasate Shivaidi Brahmeti Vedantino Bahuddha Buddha iti Pramana Padavaha Kartedi Nayyayika Arhan Nityatha Jaina Shasanarata Karmeti Mimamsaka Soyamvo Vidadhadu Vanchita Phalam Trailokyanaatho Harihi Soyamvo Vidadhadu Vanchita Phalam Trailokyanaatho Harihi Madhya Hridaya Kashe Sadanandamayo Guru Udedu Sadatam Samyak Ajnanatimidarunaha Harihi Om Harihi Om. Now we shall recite jointly, rather chant jointly, the auspicious monosyllable 3 times. As usual, interlock your fingers, put them on your lap, sit comfortably erect, close your eyes, open the mouth and the heart, and join me. Harihi, Harihi, Harihi. Harihi Om Tats Jaya Guru. Meeting the challenges of modern life has been the subject of discussion during the past 4 days. We are going to conclude the discussion today. I think I explained what human life is. Our life is experiential on the one hand. More particularly, it is interactional. Now, while the interactional life is going on, our senses in the body remain the same, interacting with persons, places, and events. Apparently, the interactional life is subsisting upon the body when you look at it at the first sight. But in reality, it is not so. Our senses are to be employed by the mind. Mind is not a physical part of the body. Our body consists of matter and energy, both of which do not have any power of feeling, knowing, sensing, remembering, etc. These are functions of the mind and the intelligence. They cannot be part of anything like a material or an energial aggregate. So the interactions constantly, therefore, take us to the mind level. That mind is inside the body. It is something like a sentient, functional note. Our body, the gross biological body, is animated and activated by the presence of something. And that something is consciousness. I explained it. That consciousness, its functional nodes are what we call the mind, intelligence, and ego. So in all our interactions, the real genesis is the mind. Interactions proceed from the mind, subsist on the mind, and they also conclude in the mind. The challenges You may say the challenges posed by persons, places and events. But in reality, the challenge is a response the mind feels during the course of the interactions. So to meet the challenges of modern life means to equip the mind to meet the challenges. The challenges are not so much gross and external as they are internal, inner and mento-intellectual. This literally means that all the interactional impacts, however hard, painful, tormenting they are, we must be able to receive them and assimilate them. At no point of time the interactional impact should prove unassimilable to us. Our mind has got potential as well as magnitude to take in any kind of an interactional impacts and assimilate all of them. When anything is assimilated, it becomes an enrichment and empowerment. If food is assimilated, it becomes blood. What are the different types of food that you take, that you have? None of them apparently except beetroot is red in color. But all the food when assimilated becomes beautiful, red hot blood. That is the power of assimilation of our alimentary canal, the body. In the same manner, my dear souls, your mind is far greater than the body and greater than the objects of the world. It has got tremendous assimilational power. It can assimilate any kind of an impact in this world. In fact, the impact is not object-based. The impact is, after all, mind's own creation. Every impact, ultimately, when it falls in the mind alone creates the impact. And that impact is a mental product. And mind has got enough potential, vastness, depth, loftiness and magnificence to assimilate any kind of an impact. The second point required to meet all challenges in life is the mind must be able to generate whatever output is necessary at any given point of time. Any kind of an impact, it has to be assimilated, and whatever challenges are there, we must be able to produce from within ourselves the necessary impetus, the necessary enthusiasm, the necessary resolve, the necessary perseverance to go forward and forward. So I would like to put it in this way: the ability and the readiness to assimilate all kinds of interactional impacts, and equally the skill and the art of generating all kinds of outputs to go forward in life, never backward. Assimilation on the one hand, and generating the necessary output, generational, on the other hand, and always thinking of going forward and forward till the last breath of your life. This is what you must have. If this general ability, skill, readiness, that expertise is gained, I think there will be no challenges at all not meetable by us. Every challenge can be met. So ultimately, what do we find? The challenges are not external. They are internal. They are mind-based. And by a proper exertion and employment of our intelligence, we must be able to evolve different methods and different propositions, different ideologies, methodologies, by virtue of which all challenges can be understood, met and resolved. We don't need any mechanism other than the mind and the intelligence and the ego that we have. This is what we have found. Then we went to the Sthita Prajnata. What is that? Any discussion to begin with becomes interactional. But very soon you understand the interactions proceed from the mind. The entire life is an extension from the mind. It is an expression, extension, and also comprehension in the mind. The word comprehend has got two meanings. One is to understand, another is to enfold and contain. A king's territory comprehended a large area. You can use this. So it is actually what? You must be able to contain, comprehend and dissolve everything that is there. So the Sthita Prajnata means developing the capacity of the mind by virtue of which it will be able to reach that stable, poised level. And in that poised level, you reach the very source of everything in this world. Not only external creation, internal creations like emotions, thoughts, feelings, memory, doubt, inquiry, knowledge, will, wish. The source of everything is reached. We reach the subject of the whole universe. The entire universe is perceived by you. The universe is endless. The endless universe is perceived by you with a pair of small eyes. You are the subject of the whole universe. Whole universe. There is an explanation like this. The creation or the universe is a huge circle. I would like to call it an unbounded sphere. Its center is everywhere and its circumference is nowhere. And this one center is your own being, your own inside. When I start looking at the endless universe all around, I am drawing a circle around me. And this circle has only one center, that is myself. I am seeing, I have seen, I am the center. This subject is attained in the Sthitaprajnata state. As you are constantly interacting with the objects world, and you go on going forward and forward, you stop your interaction, recede, withdraw, retreat and retreat, until at last all the objects and their impressions get dissolved and you are left only with the subject. This subject infusion or infusion by the subject is called the Sthitaprajna state. From there you will get solutions to all your problems. Whatever questions are there, they will be answered. Whatever problems are there, they will be completely resolved. And you will be absolutely relaxed, light-hearted. Confidence starts mounting. Clarity becomes more and more. Depth becomes inestimable. The whole personality starts growing the inner dimension. This Sthitaprajnata is the secret of everything. I was explaining that anybody who is able to remain at home with all kinds of torments, dukkhas and equally sukhas, that equalness towards dukkha and sukha will be a solution for meeting the entire challenges of the world. We must have sufficient sensory control, I said, quoting the Sthitaprajna portion. Finally he says, Yatato hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipaschidaha indriyani pramadhini haranti prasabham manaha. Understand that you are not pulled by any object in this world. You are pulled or pushed only by your senses. Am I clear or not? Huh? Are you sure? I see something. Something is there. And I feel attracted. This attraction is caused by the subject, or this attraction is aroused by my own sensory organ called the eyes? Answer me. Yatato hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipaschidaha. A man may be very intelligent. He may have a good degree of discrimination also, a large degree of will. Even then, when you are interacting with this world, vipaschidaha, even for the wise man, even for the enlightened man, indriyani pramadhini. The senses are very turbulent and powerful. How many times shall I say this? Your senses are very powerful. They not merely see and create objects, they also generate a tremendous pull, attraction, allurement, a power within you. Haranti prasabham manaha. Without any permission or consent for you, without waiting for it, haranti, it pulls and draws the mind away. Haranti prasabham manaha. So unless you are able to have sense control, you will not be able to have a stable and a poised intelligence or mind. Your ability to meet the challenges of life, the readiness and the resolve for the purpose, you will be lacking and lacking and lacking. Spend every day some time to make sure that your mind grows, your intelligence enlarges, your will is expanding. Your total emphasis should be on the mind, intelligence and the ego in you. Our will is something that we can culture. In Sanskrit we call it by a word dhriti. There is a very special reference in the 18th chapter of Gita called dhriti, the will of man. You can cultivate it. You should tell the children right from the young age, as you are wanting them to enhance their intelligence by studying more and more, by employing their own will, ask them to increase the power of the will, the potential of the will. The first will application will be to remain quiet in a place without any movement. Ask the children, interlock your fingers, put them on your lap, close your eyes, and without allowing the eyeballs to roll, remain there. As if you are sleeping or you are dead. This is the best operation of will. Learn it, cultivate it. We call it meditation and all that. It's not anything. It is simply making the body still, making the body inactive to the extent you can. All the voluntary actions should come to a stop. Let the involuntary processes alone go on. This is the very good application of will. So something very, very important. Indriyani pramadhini haranti prasabham manaha. This is where I want to tell you again the story of Sita and the golden deer. A golden deer appeared in the 14th year in the garden which she had made in the hermitage around the hermitage. And a golden deer appeared. Golden deer. The golden deer was a myth then as well as now. We have so many deer in this world. But do you have a silver, a steel or a gold deer? Asambhavam hema mrigasya janma tathabiramo lulubhe mrigaya prayas samapanna vibhatti kale dhiyopi pumsam malina bhavandi. You know, our subhashitams, proverbial sayings, are always proverbial sayings. The poet never looks to anybody. He will cite anyone as an example. He brings Sri Rama to illustrate the truth. How senses are powerful, how they draw the mind away, turbulent senses. Asambhavam hema mrigasya janma. Everybody knows, even the child knows, a golden deer, it can never be in this world. Tathabi, even then. Ramo, Sri Rama, the great Maryada Purushottama, lulubhe mrigaya. He developed a greed and a fascination for that deer. Do you understand what I say? Thoda soch lijiye na. Tathabi Ramo lulubhe. The word the poet uses is lulubhe. He became fascinated, and the fascination grew into a powerful and overpowering greed. Prayas samapanna vibhatti kale dhiyopi pumsam malina bhavandi. When calamitous situations come, even the intelligence of the most powerful people become impure and contaminated. This is all what I can say. Lakshmana was there to warn. Then Rama did not honor Lakshmana's warning. He said it is a witchcraft and Rakshasas have manipulated it. Please don't run after it. No, then I will punish him. Otherwise I will fulfill the good wishes of Sita, he said. And then what happened? Rama said, look after your sister-in-law and be here. Then after Rama went away, suddenly something happened, you know. It was a witchcraft. Rama chased and chased. He could not get hold of the deer. So he discharged his powerful arrow and suddenly he fell. And at that time, the deer called out, Ha Rama, Ha Sita, Bas. Both of them heard the same sound. Who are both of them? Sita and Lakshmana. Who knew Sita? Who knew Rama more? Sita more or Lakshmana more? Our married women should answer me. You always say you have a greater claim on your husband. You cannot have. As long as the brothers stand by their brotherhood, you cannot overpower the brothers' feelings and fondness for your husband. Rama and Lakshmana were born almost together, though from two different mothers. So they were brothers and the brotherhood was prevailing. That is why leaving his wife, Lakshmana proceeded. And Urmila never spoke a word of protest. She simply said, go. Sumitra said, go. Kausalya was about to say, don't go. But Sumitra said, go, 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 and gave a beautiful monumental advice, which is an advice and instruction for all people in this world. Ramam Dasharatham Vidhi, Mam Vidhi Janakatmajam, Ayodhyam Atavim Vidhi, Gachatat Yatha Sukham. This is the advice given by Sumitra. And in the whole of Ramayana, what are the words which are the most beautiful and most pronounced? If you ask, Mam Vidhi are the two words. It is from this word, Sumitra's advice. Ramam Dasharatham Vidhi. From this moment onwards, consider Rama to be Dasharatha, your father. Mam Vidhi Janakatmajam. Janakaputri, who is following Rama, consider her to be myself, your mother. The word Ma also means Mahalakshmi. Mam Vidhi Janakatmajam, Ayodhyam Atavim Vidhi. The entire forest you regard as Ayodhya. And Gachatat Yatha Sukham. My dear son, go comfortably and well. Comfortably and well. This is what Sumitra said. You mothers, what will you say? Ask this question. What will you say? No such word will ever come to you. You are postdoctorate holders. But nothing like this will ever come out of your mouth or mind. Understand it. This is the cultural treasure of our country. You should be able to value it beyond everything else. We give supreme importance to knowledge. The gold treasure is not so important for us. This is the greatest thing that we have. Now with such words, Sumitra has said. Then Sita became agitated. Lakshmana, you should immediately go to your brother's help. Lakshmana pleaded, no, I know my brother very well. There is no challenge for him at all. Nothing. Nobody will be able to do anything, inflict anything upon him. He is unassailable. So it is not possible, it is not right that you ask me to go. He has specially asked me to protect you and keep guard on you. If you ask me to go, I don't know what will happen. Then Sita got still agitated. Just imagine, as Gita explains it, what is that? Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangaste shupajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha kamat krodho bhijayate krodhat bhavati sammoha sammoha smriti vibhramaha smriti bhramshat buddhinasho buddhinashat pranashyati. You are asking me to discuss the challenges of modern life. This is the challenge, my dear soul. After all, what happened? An artificial golden deer, a witchcraft product, appeared on the garden. They should have disposed of. All the three people were equally intelligent, great and glorious. Instead of that, see, dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangaste shupajayate. When you start looking at an object, beautiful object, more and more, more and more. If you lend your eyes and mind, it will become more attractive, more attractive. Suppose you see a new dress product, while walking on the footpath in a shop, you stop. Then you will start pestering your husband, buy it right tomorrow for you. You saw it and passed it, so many other things were there. So you lend your eyes and your mind. Then an attachment, an identity, a delusional clinging takes place, takes root in your mind. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangaste shupajayate. That delusional clinging which sprouts in your mind becomes a passion for it. Sangaste shupajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha kamat krodho bhijayate. It is this passion and greed, when obstructed, suddenly becomes hatred, anger, intolerance, uncontrollable anger in you. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha. So what became a love, a passion? When obstructed, it became what? Hatred and intolerance. Then krodhat bhavati sammohaha. Total delusion. Who am I? To whom am I speaking? Anything can happen. When I was in Calcutta, in my pre-sannyasa life, the famous jewelers of Calcutta, I don't know whether M.B. Sarkar or so, two brothers were engaged in a conversation. Suddenly, in 20 minutes, one shot the other and he killed. Can you imagine two brothers talking to each other and suddenly, in 15-20 minutes, killing one of them? One killed the other. This is the development. So the greatest challenge is outside or inside? You tell me now. Your mind picks up greed, picks up a fondness. It becomes a clinging. And the clinging becomes an identity. And thereafter it becomes a passion. When obstructed, it becomes stark hatred. And you do whatever, I don't know, you forget. Certainly the one man forgot the other was a brother. We were talking in friendly terms 10 minutes, 15 minutes back. Suddenly, how can I become so hateful and press and pull the trigger of a gun? Is it possible? But it has happened. And he was acquitted by the jury, if I remember correctly. Because there was no will and wish. There was no cause for such a murder. He never intended to murder him. It happened, that's all. Krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammoha smriti vibhramaha. Total forgetfulness. Smriti bhramshat buddhinasho. The entire buddhi, reason, rationality suddenly gets destroyed. Buddhinashat pranashyadi. Total ruin takes place. All this is taking place within your own mind in a matter of moments. In a matter of moments. So Sita got so intolerant, angry. The fear of Rama and Rama's life. And when Lakshmana was refusing to go or arguing against her proposition, she suddenly became hateful. You know what she said? I think many of you do not know. Sita said, "Oh, you are refusing to go, not heeding my words. Now I understand. You followed your brother, not for any other reason, for the love that you have for the brother. You have an eye on me. That is why you came along with your brother. But you will not be able to win over me. I will jump into this river and destroy my body. You will never be able to touch me." When a woman, a sister-in-law speaks like this, I think no brother-in-law has any more right to remain in that place. Lakshmana decided to leave, saying, "Oh, let the Vanadevatas protect you. Protect you. I am going." And in 5 minutes, you tell me what happened? In 5 minutes, Ravana came and Sita was under his hands. Just imagine. I cannot excuse this Janaki for having made this remark. I can excuse her for many other things, but not for having made this remark. As long as the brother was brotherly towards her husband, what wifeliness is there which questions the brotherhood? All of you women will have to be very careful about this. You don't have a right to speak such vehement words, such accusing words. Where from do you get the authority? Because you put the marriage garland on a person? What is this? What is happening? So the challenge before a man is this. This is why Arjuna makes a question, raises a question in the 3rd chapter. In the 3rd chapter he makes a question. You speak about meeting the challenges, is it not? Remember this. Athakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha anichannapi varshneya beladivaniyojidaha. One question in the 3rd chapter he raises. Athakena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha. The human who has got all intelligence, reason, rationality within him. Kena prayuktoyam, propelled or impelled by which? Papam charati. He does even the most heinous act. Say gang raping or even raping. Is it not something very heinous? The man himself will not admit that he has done something good or great. How is it that man is forced? It will continue to be there as long as we are human beings. It is the Kali Yuga, therefore the chances are even more. Especially when the administration is faulty, inefficient and inappropriate. So, atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha. Propelled by which? By what? Is man committing a heinous sin? Anichannapi. He does not want to do it. He does not like to do it. If you ask him in a sober moment, he will say, "I never wanted to do. I never wanted to do." But he has done it. Then what is that motivation from within? He says, Beladivaniyojidaha. As if forced by a great power or propulsion, how is it a man, though unwilling to do, commits a mistake or an error? Krishna clearly says, understand, never look to an outside agency. Kamayesha, krodhayesha, rajo guna samudbhavaha. This is what is called kama, a desire, greed, passion. It starts as a desire, a fondness, and the fondness grows into a passion, a greed, and then it becomes uncontrollable. It is something like a river flowing in speed. Even the trees standing on the sides will be completely washed off by the current when it becomes floody. So to begin with, it is a gentle flow, and it becomes so powerful, so powerful, so powerful, like the rainy season rivers. And everything is taken away. The joy of life is taken away. Everything, moderation is gone. Everything is gone, control. Kama yesha. And when this kama is obstructed, it becomes krodha. What a great person is Janaki, reared by no less a person than Janaka Maharshi. How great she is. She was so competent as to advise Sri Rama when they were going from Chitrakuda to Dandakaranya. Sita was talking very beautifully to Sri Rama. I have no time to explain it now. That conversation is very remarkable and illustrious. Such a great person. Suddenly, how did she lose her temper and offer such remarks? When she was caught hold of by Ravana and she was traveling, she curses herself. Just imagine what cruel words did I utter. My brother-in-law did not deserve it at all. How is it that I uttered those words and drove him away? Oh, very bad. Fie upon me, she started saying. The whole turbulence overpowered her. Now the repentance also overpowers her. So our mind plays all this jugglery. Understand it very well. Kamayesha, krodhayesha, rajo guna samudbhavaha. The entire creation is a play of three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas. These are not belonging to anybody. They belong to nature. They are constituents of nature. As is sattva, so is rajas, so is tamas. All of them will be repeatedly, alternately playing anywhere they are. The sattva, rajas, tamo gunas are there in an individual, in a family, in the social segment, in the country and in the whole globe, in the entire creation. So it is a play of rajas. Rajoguna samudbhavaha. Mahashanaha. Mahapabma. It is a glutton. Mahapabma. It can put you to any kind of a sin. Vidhyena miha vairinam. This is the real Shatru abiding in your body, in your heart, in your mind. Am I clear? Huh? So what is the challenge in life? You tell me what is the challenge. Mahashano mahapabma vidhyena miha vairinam dhumena avriyate vanhi yathadarsho malena ja yatholbena avruto garbha tatha tenedamavrutam. Dhumena avriyate vanhi yathadarsho malena ja. Just like fire is enveloped by smoke, the mirror is constantly covered by dust, by moisture. Yatholbena avruto garbha. Just like the fetus is covered by amnion, that liquid, amniotic liquid. Garbhas tatha tenedamavrutam. Like that, this kama and krodha are enveloping our true wisdom. I am a human. I am not an animal. I have to behave in a rational manner, in a sublime manner, in a benevolent manner. I have no right at all to interfere with another's life or to harm anybody. I cannot extend my hand up to the point of touching another standing nearby. This is the restraint that we are given to, we are conscious of. But this knowledge is enveloped by it. Avrutam jnanametena jnanino nityavairina. I am explaining it in a very brief manner. Avrutam jnanametena. This wonderful kama which grows into krodha, this is covering up the knowledge of man. Jnanino nityavairina. This is the stark enemy, constant enemy of a knower of truth. Any good man in this world, his stark enemy is this kama. Kamarupena kaunteya dushpurena analena cha. Kamarupena. Its nature is greed, possessiveness, desire, passion. Dushpurena analena cha. It is like blazing fire. Whatever you throw into it, it will blaze forth further, asking for more of fuel, more of fuel. This is what happens. Then what is the saving factor? Understand where is it seated and how you can overpower it. Are you following me? Huh? Follow me very carefully. First of all, he is explaining how powerful is this passion. Propelled by what does one commit a great sin, heinous sin, he said. Propelled by kama. This kama is very powerful, very, very powerful. It will appear that we won't be able to control it, but there is a way of controlling and moderating it. How? Indriyani mano buddhi asyadhishtana muchyade etair vimohayatyesha jnanama vritya dehinam. Indriyani mano buddhi asyadhishtana muchyade. You know how mathematically he has presented it in the 3rd chapter. Indriyani, senses, mano buddhi, mind and intelligence. Asya adhishtana muchyade. All your emotions are, whether it is passion or prejudice, fear or another item, all the emotions are in the senses, mind and intelligence. But are you only these? You are something still more and different. The senses, mind and intelligence are very, 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 very trifling, so to say. Your real personality is beyond these. In that level of your being, you are spatial, immeasurable, in depth, loftiness, magnitude, magnificence and splendor. Now, this passion and prejudice, they are operating only in the 3 levels. Indriyas, mind and buddhi. Etair vimohayatyesha jnanamavritya dehinam. By covering up the wisdom in you, clouding before it, it always keeps you deluded. Therefore, what should you do? Tasmat tvam indriyanyadav niyamya bharatarshabha papmanam prajahihyenam jnana vijnananashanam. Tasmad, therefore, tvam, Arjuna, you, indriyanyadav niyamya. At the very outset itself, learn to regulate and reform and refine your senses. Suppose you are driving a car. The vehicle should be under your control. Whatever may be the driving style of the others, your vehicle should be under you, under your control. In the same manner, the senses are the horses that are pulling you in the streets of the world. And these horses should be under your control. Understand, it is my senses. I will not allow them to land me in any crisis. So have a sense of regulation, a commitment. Don't become weak. Tasmat tvam indriyanyadav niyamya. Regulate, not necessarily control. It is one of regulation, moderation. Papmanam prajahihyenam jnana vijnananashanam. And then get into your mind and see that the mind is never allowed to be subdued by, victimized by any excessive note of desire, greed or possessiveness or hatred and other things. From the emotional turbulence, we must be able to rise to the rational sublimity and poise. This is the challenge before man. We are first emotional, then we are rational. Thirdly, we are egocentric. Transcend all these things and have the sublimity of the soul, that which is beyond, which you refer to as the I. Now it is here that he says, Indriyani paranyahuhu, indriyebhyah param manaha, manasastu para buddhihi, yo buddhehe paradastu saha. Then he draws a beautiful equation. Indriyani, the senses, paranyahuhu, they are superior to the objects. So between the eyes of Sita, which spotted the golden deer, was the golden deer more powerful, greater, or Sita's own eyes? Tell me. Her eyes were more powerful and Shrestha, or the golden deer? She lost sight of it. Having had the senses which are more powerful and greater than the objects, she fell a prey. What are you going to do? Your senses, they are your senses. Objects are different. How can distant objects overcome you or victimize you? Are you a slave? Are you a beast? Are you a reptile? Are you a worm? You are a human. You are a human. You have got a mind, an intelligence, and ego. Thereafter you have the supreme and majestic, profound soul. Everything in your personality is greater than the objects of the world. The golden deer is no exception. Indriyani paranyahuhu. The senses are superior to the objects they interact with. Indriyebhyah param manaha. The mind is superior to the senses. Manasastu para buddhi. The buddhi, intelligence, is superior to the mind. Yo buddhehe paradastu saha. What is superior to the intelligence is what you refer to as the I. I. Tell me now, are you greater than the world of objects or are you smaller? Boliye na kholkar. Now behave like that. Behave. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. Develop your character. Develop your integrity. Develop your behavioral style. Becoming of a human. 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 I have got 3 phrases with me. Characteral elegance, behavioral majesty, and interactional excellence. You must have that elegance in your character. Character remains constantly with you as an inseparable trait. That is called character. This character, when it displays itself in the form of an interaction or action, it becomes behavior. When you interact with the world, including persons, places, and events, it becomes interaction. In that you must be excellent. So the excellence in your interaction will not come from anywhere other than your own personality, which contains everything superior to the objects in this world. Senses are superior, mind is superior, intelligence is superior, and the most high, namely the soul. So Krishna says, Evam buddheh param buddhva samstabhya atmanam atmana jahi shatrum mahabaho kamarupam durasadam. What was Arjuna's question? Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purushaha. Motivated, gripped, or persuaded by which a man commits a heinous sin even when he does not want it? The answer is karma is responsible for it. This karma luckily abides only in the senses, mind and intelligence. The greater part of your personality is free. So you constantly, as much as is necessary, contemplate upon the higher, the higher. That is why, my dear souls, we have got this Gayatri contemplation. Huh? Most of you have not heard about it. And many of you will be mocking about it. But the knowledgeable and discreet people know how great it is to chant Gayatri. What does Gayatri say? Tat savituhu varenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yo na prachodaya. I contemplate upon the adorable brilliance. The adorable brilliance. What is brilliance? There are two kinds of brilliance. One is the visual brilliance. The other is the inner brilliance. In the presence of which light you are sensing your thoughts, you tell me? Is it in the presence of the external light that you sense your thoughts? I cannot use the word sense. You comprehend or you cognize your thoughts. There must be some brilliance behind it. Is that brilliance superior or the visual brilliance of the sun or any other form of light? So I am contemplating upon the visual brilliance is to be seen by the eyes. But the inner brilliance cannot be seen by the eyes. So you have to think about it, contemplate upon it, using your mind and intelligence. That is what in the morning you are supposed to do after bath. Dhimahi. The word dhi refers to intelligence. So contemplate upon the inner brilliance by which you are able to comprehend your thoughts, cognize your feelings. And for what purpose? Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. So that our intellects, in the wakefulness, in dream, as well also in sleep, in all the three states, our intelligence will be properly propelled, inspired, enlightened and guided. This is what you want. Do it every day and tell me how your personality grows. Whether you can withstand as well as resolve and meet all the challenges in life. Evam buddhehe param buddhva. Never think that you are weak. Our senses, mind and intelligence put together are not even a digital percentage of our personality. What did I say? What did I say? Our senses, mind and intelligence put together will not become a small digital percentage of our total personality. So your personality is inward, inward, inward. Contemplate upon this infinite inwardness that you have. Don't count your glory, count your merit by the sensory belongings that you have. No, no. Rate yourself. Estimate your worth in terms of your mind, intelligence, in terms of the spiritual knowledge, mastery, splendor, worth, merit, excellence that you have. So every day, no day should pass without you are contemplating upon your own inner glory. Inner glory. Every time think, may my intelligence be properly inspired, enlightened and guided. You have the intelligence. When it is properly guided, you don't require anything in this world. We are wanting to increase the GDP of the country. Next year we must have at least 7.8 growth or 6.5, something like that. Where are we going to achieve this from? It is from our own within. We must be able to develop the know-how. Our efforts will have to be increased. Everything has to be drawn upon from within ourselves. Let us educate the people, enlighten the people. Let us inspire them. Let us cultivate in the people more and more of nationalism. 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 What we want is not so much industrialization. It is taking place already. We have to nationalize the minds of our people. Nationalize the minds. At present, everybody is selfized here. Familiarized here. Everybody is concentric. Everything. What is that? Focused only on his own and his own family's welfare. But poor fellow does not understand that his family cannot have welfare with the nation passing through adversities and calamities. See, the global breakdown, meltdown, it has affected to some extent India also. So let us be very clear, that we have to be propelled by the right inspiration and greater enlightenment. Evam buddhev param buddhva samstabhyatmanam atmana. When you contemplate upon the inner brilliance, the result will be, you will have greater willpower, greater majesty, greater confidence, greater everything. As a result of which, the senses will never be turbulent. How did Lakshmana say, my dear brother, don't run after it. It is a witchcraft product. Some Rakshasa has maneuvered it. Never run after it. How is it that Lakshmana said? But Sita felt differently. You tell me, was the trouble in the object or was the trouble in the subject of the three people? Boliye na, chup rehte hain kyun? Where was the trouble now? The trouble was not in the object. The trouble was in their own minds. Sita thought in an X manner. Rama thought in an X plus manner, approvingly. Lakshmana said, no, I think in a Y manner. This you should always understand. We are digging our own doom. We are causing our own doom. We are digging our own grave. This should not be done. This should not be done. This should not be done. Asambhavam hema mrigasya janma tathapi ramo lulubhe mrigaya prayas samapanna vipatti kale diyopi pumsam malina bhavanti. Now we are coming to a very important proposition, showing all this danger in the form of karma and also the means of overcoming it. What is the advice Bhagavad Gita gives or Krishna gives? Our spiritual treasure presents before us. Ragadvesha viyuktaistu vishayan indriyaischaran atmavashyair vidheyatma prasadamadighachadi. Will you like to recite this verse? Ragadvesha viyuktaistu
Ragadvesha viyuktaistu
Ragadvesha viyuktaihi
Ragadvesha viyuktaihi
Tu
Tu
Ragadvesha viyuktaistu
Ragadvesha viyuktaistu
Vishayan indriyaischaran
Vishayan indriyaischaran
Atmavasyaihi
Atmavasyaihi
Vidheyatma
Vidheyatma
Prasadamadighachadi.
Prasadamadighachati.
Ragadvesha viyuktaistu Vishayan indriyaischaran. Acha, tell me, am I talking something understandable to you? Or it goes above your head? So to meet the challenges of life, this is the way. Ragadvesha viyuktaistu. Watch your mind. Never do anything with a desire, greed or possessiveness. Whatever is necessary to be done, do it. Very light-heartedly, gloriously, lovingly, no objection. But you should not have a greed or a possessiveness about it. If there is a necessity, you honor the necessity and fulfill it. And dvesha, never hatred. You should not do anything, speak a word. Even if you have altercations with the children, I always say, scold them if you like. Speak to them harshly, to the extent the child needs, not to the extent you want. You have to be very clear. If the child needs a little harshness, employ it. Just like in the military they give punishment and training, etc. You can give, not otherwise. Not because it is my child, I have the freedom, therefore let me exercise what I want. No. There must be that moderation, watchfulness there. Ragadvesha viyuktaistu vishayan indriyaischaran. Do not allow the senses to be influenced by either your raga or dvesha. Raga and dvesha, greed and hatred, they are products of your mind. They should not be allowed to mix up with the senses in their sensory interactions. Vishayan indriyaischaran. Sublimating your raga and dvesha. Every time it occurs, disapprove of it. Never allow it. Every time raga or dvesha occurs, it should be one stage where they become sublimated. Suppose you are to get 1,000 times angry. Every time you get angry, it must be one less, one less, one less. So that in a few months or maximum in a year, your mind will be free of ragadveshas. And then the senses become very effective, very powerful, without any danger, calamity or doom being wrought in the process. Am I clear or not? Unfortunately, in our interaction, we are losing our mind. No attention is paid to our mind. No attention is paid. Am I doing anything, getting angry? Is the anger good for me or for the others? Why don't you go to the mirror and look at your own face when you are angry? You won't like it at all. Ragadvesha viyukta istu vishayan indriyaischaran. Then you are free to interact with this world with your senses. See anything that you want. See anything that you want. Or anything that comes on your way. Similarly here. But never allow the object to cause or induce hatred or passion in you. Vishayan indriyaischaran atmavashyayihi. This is what is meant by saying senses under your control and moderation. The senses are yours. The eyes are yours. The ears are yours. You are within the body. And you are far beyond the mind, intelligence and ego. Such a great personality that you are, can you be constricted by the senses? Can you be dominated by the senses? Can you be victimized by them? Our eyes are there to help us or to harm us? You tell me. Huh? When you are walking, you must see the level of the ground, any obstruction there. If there are any insects, avoid them and then walk. So they are to help you. They are not to attract you and land you in a crisis. So make the senses helpful to you, not hindering you at any point of time. Atmavashyehi vidheyatma, vidheyatma. The senses must act in a faithful manner. The mind is employing the senses. The mind should take the lessons given by the intelligence. The intelligence should contemplate upon the soul, which is of infinite glory and magnificent in nature. So let the intelligence get more and more the influence of the soul brilliance. With that brilliance, let it ratiocinate, let it rationalize matters. And whatever insight is had, perception is had, that should be passed on to the mind. And such an enriched mind, inwardly enriched, inwardly empowered, should employ the senses. In that case, there is no problem. Atmavashyair vidheyatma prasadam adhigacchadi. My dear souls, you should read Gita. You should read Gita. Prasadam adhigacchadi. The word prasada means something very great. It refers to prasannata, the cheerfulness, the placidity, the beautiful, beautiful, luminous nature of the mind. Every day's interaction will give you more and more of sublimation, more and more of inner enrichment, inner harmony, inner integration, as a result of which, at the end of the day, you will be able to sit comfortably. Bah, beautiful day. You will start enjoying your mind. Mind has got a radiance, a spiritual radiance. There is something called inner affluence, inner affluence, inner abundance, inner opulence, inner fullness. The mind will be able to produce and make you feel all this. Prasadamati gacchadi. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate prasanna chetaso hyashu buddhi pariyavatishthate. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hani asya upajayate. When you are able to get into that cheerfulness of the mind, placidity of the mind, all the miseries that you can think of in this world completely get exterminated there. Vasishtha puts it in a very nice manner. Yani dukkhani ya drishna dussaha ye duradhaya tat sarvam shanta chetasu tamorkeshviva nashyadi. He tells Sri Rama, Yani dukkhani ya drishna dussaha ye duradhaya. You know, when I read these verses, they give me so much of charm, allurement, fascination, enchantment, ecstasy. Whatever are there in the nature of dukkhas, miseries, trishna, greed, dussaha ye duradhayaha, intolerable agitations, all these things, tat sarvam, all this, shanta chetasu, when the mind becomes quite calm and peaceful, poised, tamorkeshviva nashyadi, just like darkness vanishes in the presence of sunlight, in the presence of this mana prasannata, all these problems completely set forever. Should you not strive for it? Huh? Should you not strive for it? When will you try? Prasanna chetaso hyashu buddhih paryavatishtate. When the mind becomes prasanna, that is the time you will like to listen to more and more of spiritual wisdom. 18 days, Vasishtha Maharshi went on talking to Sri Rama, and he was hearing and hearing and hearing. Arjuna also, he was completely grief-stricken. He said, my whole body is being scorched by overpowering grief. And when Krishna spoke to him 64 letters, all of it disappeared and he became an inquirer. Tell me, Krishna, where from can I get Shreyas, Shreyas, Shreyas? In this way, he asked. Why are you coming and sitting here? Only to listen to spiritual wisdom. What makes you come here? You are very, very fortunate. You are backed by an inestimable measure of punya in your previous numberless lives. By your family people, by your predecessors. That is why you are able to come to this Atmiya Vaibhava Vikasa Kendra Vijnana Bhavan. Otherwise you would not have come here. I would like to say that all of you are peaceful, piecemeal Ramas and piecemeal Arjunas. Not full perhaps. Prasanna chetaso hyashu buddhi paryavatishtate nasti buddhira yuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayatas shantihi ashantasya kutas. Unless you have an integrated personality, you will not have. Unless you have an integrated personality. What is meant by integrated personality? The senses are employed by a moderated mind, reformed mind. The mind is constantly getting the insight from an intelligence, and the intelligence carries the brilliance of the soul. You have an integrated personality. When that integrated personality is there, your buddhi becomes firm and stable. You are fit for sthita prajna. Naja yuktasya bhavana. Unless the personality has this kind of an integration, meditation or contemplation will not be possible. Unless you meditate and contemplate, you will not have shanti. Unless you have peacefulness, you will not have sukha, comfort also. This is a brief statement. Now Sri Krishna speaks about the senses and how the senses can powerfully drive you away. All these are mentioned. And finally, he concludes the whole discussion. I think it contains 17 verses. And out of them, the last 1 or 2 verses, very, very important. Apuryamanamachala pratishtham samudramabah pravishanti yadvad tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve sashanti mapnodi nakamakami. Apuryamanam achala pratishtham samudram apaha pravishanti yadvad. Your personality should be such that It permits the inflow of a number of rivers from various mountains. All of them are flowing into the sea. Everything is received by the sea. It is so vast, so deep, and sufficiently saline that any kind of a slush, dirt, infection, all these things brought from various quarters by the rivers, nothing is going to affect either the stability or the purity of the sea. So you now have perhaps a well-dimensional mind. Develop it into a lake dimension, an oceanal dimension, and carry on in this manner. Any interactional inflow into your personality is welcome, but remain like the sea, apuryamanam, being constantly filled by the inflow of so many rivers into it, achala pratishtham. It remains firm and unflickering, immovable, because of the vastness. It never begins to overflow because so many rivers come. When you analyze a little more, you will find all the rivers have gone from the sea. Have they not? Huh? Vapor from the surface of the sea rises, and the vapor travels in the sky, gets cooled, comes back in the form of snow or water. It is the same sea water that comes to it. The interactions proceed from you. They come back to you with the impacts as the river flow is coming with slush, dirt, etc. It is your own interactions. Interactions proceeded from you and they come back to you. What is there new? You are sufficiently deep enough, vast enough to assimilate all kinds of interactional inputs. Samudrama abhav pravishanti yadvad tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve. So never fear the world, never fear any object. Do not have any unnecessary reluctance in your mind. Be not passionate at any time. Never become intolerant. These interactions are from me. Let them come back to me with their impacts. I am sufficiently there with an internal fullness, abundance, opulence and sufficiency. As a result of which I am not going to be impacted untowardly. I will be only enriched if at all, elevated if at all. I will become more and more equipped. In this manner, you must be able to live and move in this world. Kim asita vrajeta kim. How he rests, how he is interacting in this world. He interacts in this world like the sea, receiving all kinds of inflow of the rivers. This is how he remains. Finally, he puts, Vihaya kaman yas sarvan pumam charati nispraha nirmamo nirahankaraha sashantim adhigachadi. You become a storehouse of energy, enthusiasm, drive, everything. Only by this factor, vihaya, learn to abandon. Kaman yas sarvan, all kinds of desires. Pumam charati nispraha. So you must be able to live in this world desire free. And then you should not have possessiveness associated with your mind. Nirmamaha. And do not claim or disclaim anything at all in an egocentric manner. Nirahankaraha. So, abandon your desires. Then drop your mamata, possessiveness. Ahankara also dissolve, transcend. If all these three are done, sashanti madhigachadi. Charati yaha nispraha. Whoever is able to live and move in this world, avoiding these things, he becomes peaceful, he becomes majestic, he becomes immensely potent and capable. This is the beautiful sthita prajna sthiti that you are able to achieve and the outcome it bestows upon you. So become a sthita dhi, and for that experience the sthita prajnata. And touch it up, enrich it further with these interactional propositions and sublimational processes. I think I have completed my subject. The challenges are actually the challenges arising in your mind. And the means of meeting them is to delve into your own personality and unearth the jewels that the inner personality will disclose to you and expose before you. This is the one way. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Enter into your own inner chamber and find out how deep, lofty, profound, majestic and overwhelming it is. It is far greater than the external endless space that surrounds your vision all around. Much greater. I am happy that we have been able to conduct a full 5-day session like this. In the morning it was Viveka Chudamani, harnessing the inner resources. In the evening it is meeting the challenges of modern life. In this Vijnana Bhavan hall, we have set up the CARD, inaugurated on the 23rd, and this time all the programs are being held here. I think in the life and aspirations of the Brahma Vidya seekers and those people who are associated with them in one way or the other, this is a very, very important development, a kind of a blessing and benediction for the entire premier steel city and the residents here. I am very happy that so many of you are here. I embrace all of you mentally and I also bless you. May you have good and noble children born in your families who will have fondness and love for the family first, who will have faith in God, who will also be conscious of their obligation to the society, who will make valid contribution to the society and about whom the society will be proud of. Shantasvabhavamajaratmakameka satyam samvitpadam nirupamam kalana vihinam antarbahishcha bahudha vyavaharyamanam taddaivameva mama sarvam aham tadeva prabuddham vimuktam vikaradihinam prasannam sada nityabodhaswarupam param nischalam nirgunam sarvarupam bhajeham sadanusmarami pranaumi. Harihi Om Tats. Jai Guru.